But as far as support for the project, the Rosamond Municipal Advisory Council, Rosamond Community Services District had weighed in support. Antelope Valley Board of Trade, Gavia, the Greater Antelope Valley Economic Alliance, and the reason why we were getting support from agencies like that, particularly the latter, was the economic benefits of the project. You've got a lot of construction jobs on the front end. You have some ongoing maintenance jobs that are there. We also have a requirement now in the county that these companies must have 25% of their labor come from local Kern County workers. And we do that through the conditional use permit. Another requirement that we have just started doing is that they open a local office, a local business office in the unincorporated area of the county. And all the purchasing of all the equipment that they do, all the raw materials to build those solar plants must come through a local Kern County office, and that allows us to capture the sales tax revenue. It can mean about $1.5 million in additional revenue to the county on the sales tax alone.
You see the brown over there?
Yeah.
See this angle?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know what we're looking at. This is Mojave, the little town.
Right here, yes.
This is 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Each one of these squares represents a mile.
Okay.
Okay. So these windmills are going to come through here. This area is where they want to build them. So what you're looking at from here to here is about 2 miles to the city. We here in Mojave feel that we have contributed substantially to this effort. We are not anti-renewable energy, but what we want to do is we need to draw a line, and it needs to stop here. We were told nothing would come east of the aqueduct, and now it's going to come within 2 miles of the actual city.
I see.
And that just isn't acceptable.
Uh-huh.
We've also learned that how people are treated by the companies, trying to get them to sign these contracts, to me borders on illegal. It is a mess. People are bullied, they're threatened, they're harassed. 6-7 calls a day, people come into their house all the time. It's just not right. Thank you, Rick.
I provided a good home for my family, and I see a lot more of them going up, and with those going up, there's going to be a lot more people getting good jobs from that as well.
And your type of job and maintenance is going to last more than the 18 months of initial construction.
Well, it's supposed to last 20 years. It could last longer.
Uh-huh.
You know, it all depends.
Here we are on Thursday morning at about 11 o'clock. And the State Department of Corrections is here on Rosamond Blvd freeway cleaning up all the weeds. And that is really making Rosamond very, very happy. Mr. Supervisor, the Rosamond Municipal Advisory Council voted to expand their area of influence, and I just wondered if you'd like to comment on that.
Well, I think it's great that the RMAC is interested in expanding their area of interest. The MAC has been a tremendous resource to the community. It's a great sounding board, a place where folks can go and get information, and it's also there to give input to me. And as a conduit between the community and the Kern County Board of Supervisors. And so I'm really interested in working with them on that expansion and finding how it's best going to serve not only the immediate town of Rosamond, but also some of the outlying areas.
Being the King Budget Committee, you two guys motion by Director Wood, seconded by Director Melcher. Any more questions?
I'd just like to say, congratulations for ending in the black. 55,000 isn't a lot, but at least it is in the black. You have a little rating.
All right, this is roll call.
Yes.
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 Yes. Resolution carried.
Works Department has started exercising valves. They completed all the purple pipeline, exercising the valves there, and started on the fresh water. We had 3 service lines leaks in the last 2 weeks. One on Driftwood, one on Summer Chase, and one on Emerald, which these 3 locations aren't normal, just random areas that we don't normally have problems in. They also been working on the irrigation lines for the streetscape. And we're helping with the reconstruction of the dikes out there at the water bank. TDC is a contractor that's out there repairing the dike, and Rosamond is assisting with that. Also, we installed 7 new meters on the first phase of the water bank. They were, the capacity of them was 6 cubic feet per second, and they wanted to get more water on the first phase, so we changed the meters out to 10 cubic feet per second. So we're capable of putting 70 cubic feet per second on the first phase alone, and then another 60 cubic feet per second on the second phase. Providing ABAC will give us that much water someday. Currently, we're at 50 cubic feet, and that's what they've allowed us to pump.
In reference to the adjudication that's been going on for years, our representative, Doug Everett, has recommended, and we've chosen to not say no to what Judge Omar has requested, and that's that we would be paying 5% of the Willis attorney fees over the next 24 months.
So you agreed not to agree with that?
No, the judge told me to do that, we said,
Okay.
the judge said, do this, and we said, oh, okay. And ours is roughly 5% of
Mr. Perez, for the last 3 general managers, at the end of every meeting, there's been a closed session to discuss adjudication. And now tonight, there's something new after all this time. Could you explain it just in layman's terms?
The first thing is the adjudication process that's continuing to go forward is an extremely important issue, and that's why it's discussed in closed session regularly to keep the board apprised. However, a portion of that discussion has been settled by the court, and there was a fee award put out to pay attorney's fees, and the Rosamond Community Service District, by order of the court, had responsibility for a percentage of that fee award. In addition to that, there was additional fees requested by the attorneys, and the court awarded those fees. We chose not to continue fighting over fees and paying attorneys, and settle this and move forward. And that's what we did. We're going to cut our losses and just move forward. There's a lot of things in our district that we need to take care of, and one of them is not supporting attorneys at every juncture. We had 5.12% of the overall.
Okay.
I believe in the adjudication that number, 5.12, represented the Rosamond CSD's percentage of pumping in the entire basin. Of everyone included in the discussion.
I see.
So that's how it was apportioned to us.
Okay. In dollars, what does that mean?
Well, it means that we, I don't know if I can give you an amount
Okay.
At this point, because the entire adjudication isn't over.
I guess the question would be then, at this time, what would, in dollars, Rosamond's portion be?
$106,099 of
Okay.
this portion.
All right, and if it continues, it might be more, but still.
We would incur interest and everything else. And then we would incur additional attorney's fees.
Right.
And you never know whether or not the court is going to side with you or side with the other
Right.
attorneys.
Well, Sally, the trustees and the superintendent at the last public meeting singled you out for public recognition, and that's really terrific.
Yes, they did, and I really appreciate it. I feel like I'm just doing my job, and I'm really not the kind of person that feels like they should be singled out like that, because everybody in our district works really hard.
And
I appreciate it.
And you feel the team spirit in Southern Kern is really off to a good start this year.
Yes, I do.